Hardly. Well, something's happening.
Consummate professionals.
You just
apparently.
don't know.
It says start sending your stream. Oh, excellent connection. But there you go. I know as soon as that thing, there's like a 30-second lag.
Well, I see. Yeah, quite.
There's stuff going on now. And there we go. We exist.
All right, there we do exist. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Welcome
morning.
to Elevensies, the morning show at 11 for 11 minutes.
With Lisa and Anton. That'll be
or
it.
Anton and Lisa.
Well, you should go first.
Oh, ladies first?
Always ladies first.
Oh, right.
Always.
I was trying to do age before beauty.
That's true. Actually,
Yes.
Let's just move this up a hair because we are just taking ourselves out the shot a little bit.
Oh,
Let's see
there
if I can get us in there. Because our heads are almost out the picture, which is scary, I know. There you go. How's that? That's better, isn't it?
All right.
So, yes, hello everybody. Oh gosh, Friday, March 12th.
I know, number 10.
We're into double digits.
The 10th episode.
The 10th episode of Elevensies, which means...
Monday will be the 11th episode of Elevensies.
Yes.
Hi, Pam.
I wish I knew what I was talking
Oh,
about.
I know, right? Okay. Well, Fantastic Friday.
Well, it is actually a fantastic Friday.
Is that what it's called? Fantastic Fridays?
Well, I don't know. But I know this is, because it's an absolutely beautiful day.
So, we have a wonderful person who's helping us with our PR.
She's quite cunning, isn't she?
She is. She's Taurus. She's lovely. And she suggested that we tell the story of us on Friday. Good morning, Nessa.
Oh, no. We will scare people away.
So I don't want you to start with a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
When you were only 2. I don't want you to start with that. Good morning, Brenda.
She's so mean to me.
I'm not. Because
I always start when I'm 2 years old.
He's British and he likes lots of extra words. I'm just saying. All right. So everybody finds it fascinating how we met, and it really is kind of an interesting story. And it's definitely going to take more than one episode, so you'll have to piece them together.
Yeah. It's going to take a very, very, very long while.
All right. So the first thing I'll say is, for anybody who knows me,
years,
computers are a really tricky thing for me.
Yes.
They're quite the tricky.
Some would argue you're almost bordering on Luddite.
Yes. In fact,
technology
he said
bad.
the first time we talked about computers, and he said to me, I just don't understand. He said, you can take a class like astrology, such a complicated subject, and make it teachable, and you can't cut and paste.
Well, sort of.
Sorry.
Sort of.
I can cut and paste now. All right. Anyway.
There's a lead up here is how ridiculously unlikely it was.
Unlikely. So those 1 in a million shots.
When we were talking about the pizza man and somebody said, no, you should be the Grubhub guy.
Yeah, that was Nessa yesterday.
Was it? Okay, yeah. So you want to hear an unlikely story of how 2 people met.
Right. So I had the little shop on Cherry Hill, and we were doing a handwritten mailer. And the astrologer at the time, Louis Acker, who's still around, he's a wonderful astrologer, he looked at my chart and he said, "You're going to get a computer." And I said, "No way. They're expensive. I'm a barefoot hippie. I have nothing about computers." And he said, "No, it's right here. I think that, you're going to get a computer." And so I did, which was really strange. And it was kind of gifted to me. It's not like I went out and sought a computer. And then we were able to do the little mailer on the computer and take it to be printed, because I always used to get my mailer, handwritten mailer, printed by Canal Press.
Yeah. Was it Bob at Canal Press?
Bob at Canal,
I remember him. Lovely fella.
Anyway, so then in the midst of all that, I got divorced.
Oh, these things happen.
And the shop burned. We burned out of Cherry Hill. And the shop burned. And strangely enough, the insurance payment allowed for me to get the store at 180.
Well, it's an ill wind that blows nobody.
And I got divorced and I moved into the apartment above the shop. So now I had a computer again and an apartment. And I thought, okay, well, that's fine. Now, mind you, I'd been married to my first husband for 13 years, so I'd been out of the dating pool for quite a while.
Chickens the same.
I think somebody's laying an egg.
The chickens wish to chime in. So.
All right. So Anton, you were in Mid Wales.
Well, you've got to understand how ridiculously unlikely that was. So at the time, before I met Lisa, I was just a humble computer programmer living in rural Mid Wales, and to say where I was desolate would be a bit of an underestimation.
It's like an hour to a grocery.
Yeah, it was. You'd have to go a fair way. So, but Wales, I was friends with my my MP. For those of you who don't know what that is MP is a member of Parliament.
Kind of like a senator.
More like, because the Senate, I think, is more like our House of Lords. So I guess it would be like a representative, a congressman, a representative in the House of Representatives. So our member of Parliament. This is going to be interesting. Me trying to talk over the chickens here. It's very well thought out to have the door open today.
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Anyway.
So yes, me fighting with chickens. This is always fun. Right. So. There were all sorts of initiatives available in Mid Wales to try and bring on technology, because this is at the birth of the internet. I mean, we're going back to 1997. Yeah, 97, wasn't it?
98, 97, 98. Right in the turn of that year.
Yeah, 97, 98. So we're just into the birth of the internet at this point, and it's not really much. And so as a computer programmer, my MP managed to get BT, which is British Telecom, the people who provide the communications infrastructure in the United Kingdom, to actually run a whole new cable several miles from the nearest exchange and install something called like
Newtown up into Sarn,
from Newtown all the way into Sarn, basically, and install this fancy what do they call it, DSLAM or DSL access module, digital subscriber line. This is going back, like DSL was like cutting edge then. It was ridiculously slow, but I got internet. I actually got internet, the first broadband, I guess, within Mid Wales, courtesy of my MP. So I could actually get online. I mean, where I was, believe me, we didn't get electricity up our lane until the 60s.
Yeah.
so this is remote.
There were 6 other people, I think, that lived on the lane.
Kind of remote. And I should point out, I was divorced also at this stage, and just trying to throw myself into my work, but kind of feeling like if I don't do something here, life's going to pass me by. Kind of lonely, all by myself, and it would be nice to meet somebody. So long before this became a thing, we met online. Would you believe?
So there was, So now I'd been alone for a while, and I felt like I had kind of a target on my head, single lady owns her own business. Ooh, meal ticket. But I'd gone out to dinner with a couple of friends, and they said, look, you really need to dip a toe back in the dating pool, because if you don't, we know you. You like holding the remote, You're not going to want to have anybody to deal with. You could go it alone and you'll end up being alone forever. All right. So I should also mention that at the time my dad became terminally ill, and he moved in with me. So now my dad is living in my little apartment with me above the shop, and he's another story for another time. Quite a character, also a Taurus. Anyway, so they said, look, you go online, because you don't even have to use your real name, and then you'll learn how to flirt again, at least. So we'd gone out to dinner, and I think I wasn't driving that night, so I'd had about a bottle of wine.
Oh, God!
And I came home and I said, all right, I'm going to do this. And I went out, and it was dial-up, ding, 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 right?
You got mail.
Exactly. So I found a place called lovecity.com. But I thought,
wonder if they even exist anymore.
I don't know. But I said, you know what? I don't want to talk to anybody local, because I just don't want to deal with telling them that I'm a witch and a psychic and a God knows what, So I said, oh, look, they have other countries. England. I speak English, or so I thought.
You thought
That's
you did.
Another story. And So I clicked on England, and I read 90 ads, and I found Anton. And he had no picture, so I had no idea what he looked like.
Well, don't want to scare small children.
No, didn't matter. So I wrote to him, and we started writing back and forth, and we played a game called 10 Questions. You were allowed to ask 10 questions, and the other person had to answer honestly. And I remember one of the questions was, do you like Oreo cookies? What are Oreo cookies? What do you think of the TV show Frasier?
I had seen that. I had seen it. That's actually a very good show. I thought very intelligently written, yeah.
And that was the start of it. So we'll leave off with us corresponding by email because it's time for a card.
We've got to pull the card of the day. But, talk about Fantastic Fridays. When you think about how fantastical a tale that is, it's almost up there with the Mabinogion. The sheer unlikeliness of
that
us,
I would have a computer and you would have internet.
Where I was, that I could even get online. And this is just in the birth of the internet. And you have to understand, and I love her to small pieces, so please don't think I'm being cruel. But she is so not like somebody you would expect to ever own a computer and be out online doing all that fun stuff. Nobody said anything on the tube of you, and there's a bunch of people working.
That's okay. So I've bored people to death. I only have 9 people here. Hi, Samaj.
We bored them to death?
Yes, our chickens are laying eggs. They've decided to lay eggs this morning at this time. I don't know. So next Friday, I'll tell you about the spell that I did prior. I forgot about that. I did a spell prior, and I'll talk to you about that next Friday. Well, anyway, card of the day is...
What we got?
Oh, dear.
Bit of struggle. Bit of
so
snow.
5s are tough. And I think these guys may have succumbed to the drama-laminess of the week. It's new moon tomorrow. So time to set new intentions. Oh my God, I have to talk so loud. There's 2 of them.
It's ridiculous. It's a hello, Smara, hello, Heather. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps us a great deal.
Okay.
Continue.
So I think
over the chickens.
The challenge for today is not to feel like an outcast. The challenge for today is to understand that you do belong, and the feelings that you're feeling may be because you've been sucked into drama or are overthinking. So I'm going to say everything's going to be all right. Try not to feel like you don't belong. And what do you say about today?
Oh, ever so quickly, the one thing that gets me is this card is about sometimes wearing the badge that you think other people want you to wear. I mean, obviously, we've got this guy. He's a leper. We know he's a leper because he's all bandaged up, and he's got a bell around his neck. And this was the way that, lepers wore this bell around their neck because people were so ignorant back then that, if we saw a leper, we might catch him, leprosy. You could snog this guy full on the face and not catch leprosy. Believe me, it's not transmitted like that. So just seeing somebody with leprosy would be,
How does that translate to what their day is going to be?
This badge, who makes him wear the bell?
Who makes him
wear the bell? Because people are so frightened of him, so he forces himself to wear that bell and wears that badge. And sometimes we do take on baggage and crap that doesn't really apply to us because it's what we think other people think of us. And in the words of my extraordinarily learned grandfather, whom I never met, what you think other people think of you matters not, and it's none of your business. It's none of your business. All that matters is what you think
Samaj
of yourself.
says he pulled the 5 of Swords for today. So I think it's going to be a little bit challenging. It's the dark of the moon.
It is.
Everybody's over emotional. Even the chickens are
just all worked up and not letting us speak today. So what are you going to do?
So just know that you do belong. Know that it's going to be okay. Don't overthink things. Don't get sucked in. Day might be a bit of a challenge, but find your tribe. And love them instead.
But for a fantastic Friday, we started with a fantastical tale. So hope
and we'll
you guys
tell more
have
of the
an
story next Friday.
Yeah, well, there's quite a lot to this story, so it could take a while. So listen, we wish you an extraordinarily wonderful, wonderful day.
And a great weekend.
And a fabulous weekend. We'll see you back on Monday for the 11th episode of Elevensies. So it could be quite monumental. And I think we've got a plan for something magical on Monday. We'll talk more about it. But thank you so much. Stay safe and well. Hello, Alice. Oh, that's great advance. Right, she says, thanks, Grandpa. Well, yeah, William Harry Holt. What a fella. Anyway, we got to go.
We got to go.
We're way over
things
time
today.
We have stuff to do.
And it's a great message. Don't wear the badge that somebody else gives you. Wear the badge that you've earned.
Exactly so.
So awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.